Good morning. Hail and welcome. My name is Kirby Graywitch, and I am your host here on the In-Between, where we discuss all things esoteric, witchy, numerological, occult, anything of that nature. I'm a eclectic witch and a mystic, rooted in tradition, but focused on evolution. Alright, so today what I wanted to discuss with you is predictions for the upcoming year. Alright, so history leaves patterns, right? 2026 fits one of the most powerful ones. I'm going to break it down for you numerologically. Alright, so the first day of 2026 is a 111 portal. And we don't mean it's January 11th. What I mean is that the breakdown is 111. So we figure 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, right? And of course, January 1st, 1-1. So that's 111, right? Well, 1 is the seed of new beginnings, of restarts. And then we want to break it down further. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. 3 is the number of community. It is the number of creativity, right? So, with that said, I would like to say that years that reduce to 1 consistently mark collective resets. Moments when culture reorganizes around new values, new leaderships, and new forms of community. Let's look at the evidence. All right. In 1918, World War I ends, right? Empires collapse, borders are redrawn, millions are traumatized. Out of the devastation came modern psychology, international cooperation, and new social movements. All right. Community didn't disappear, it reformed. All right. In 1945, World War II ends. The old world order dies for good. The United Nations forms. Human rights became a global conversation. The nuclear age forced humanity to think collectively or to not survive at all. This wasn't peace. This was a restart of how humans relate to power and responsibility. All right. Furthermore, 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. led the March on Washington. Grassroots organizing reshapes national consciousness. Civil rights moved from fringe to unavoidable. Change didn't come from institutions. It came from community-driven moral pressure. In 1990, the Cold War ended. All right. Ideological walls fell. Globalization accelerated. The digital age began dissolving borders between people, cultures, and ideas. Again, not stability, right? It's not a pretty thing. It's something it's a seed of new beginnings. It's a redefinition. It's a beginning, right? Something catastrophic or something happens. Something causes the effect of the community coming together and creatively finding solutions, right? All right, so now let's look at 2026. We are already seeing the precursors, right? All right, so political polarization is at a saturation point. Institutional trust is collapsing. Centralized narratives are breaking down. Communities are reorganizing outside traditional systems, right? Okay, so historically, this is exactly what happens before a year 1 reset crystallizes. All right. The number 1 represents initiation, authorship, and identity. The number 3, because 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3, represents initiating a new cycle where identity resets multiply into creative, decentralized communities. All right. It's not overnight. It's not something that's clean and pretty, but it's decisive. If history is our guide, then 2026 won't be remembered for comfort. It will be remembered for what began and for how those beginnings shaped the decade that followed. Every major year 1 planted seeds that changed the collective for generations. 2026 is another seed year. The real question isn't what governments will do. It's what people will do. It's what people will build together when the old structures stop working. All right. Furthermore, I'd like to elaborate on this, on the fact that we have become so technologically advanced. We have through networks. We have online networks. We have been able to establish connections across the world globally. I don't have to know you to speak with you. I don't have to see you in person to create a connection, to communicate, to build something together. So furthermore, with that said, I would say that this year to come in 2026 is definitely going to be a reset with a focus on using technology to begin that new growth. All right, with a focus on connecting through networks and network communities to manifest a change. Right? It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be epic. It's going to be a year that we remember. All right, because not every year is a 111 portal. There are specific years that add up to, the specific years that reduce to the number 1. 2 plus 0, like 2026. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, right? 1918, with World War I ending. All right. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. All right. Then we have 18 left, 1 plus 8 is 9, right? No, excuse me, I did that incorrect. 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1918 also reduced to 1. 1945, 1 plus 9 is 10. All right, 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 5 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. These are years that weren't pretty, but they were memorable. They were remarkable. They marked a place in history. So, mark my words, we are going to see something remarkable, epic happening in 2026. And I believe, going on the patterns of current events and with technology just continuing to evolve, it is going to be something that we create through online networks. With love and light, and that's all I have to share for today. I will be back for more conversations about esoteric, occult, numerological, things of that nature. And please remember, if you like my content, like, subscribe, comment, that really helps. And come back and view my horoscopes, which I post every 2 days. Love and light to you and yours. Blessed be.